Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, if you can't tell by the title, I am going to be going through all of my Florida and just basically my planning and just everything in general to do with Florida and the fact that I'm going in like 1 month's time. If you guys do enjoy this video and want to stay involved in all the Florida stuff that's going to be coming up, then please do like this video, subscribe down below if you haven't already, and without further ado, let's just get on to the video. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the fact that I go to Florida in a month's time. When this video goes up, it will literally be like a month till I go on holiday, which is actually crazy, but I am so chuffing excited, so excited. But yeah, so the first thing that I want to talk about is the fact that how do you do this on like a budget? How do you plan to go to America and to Walt Disney World and to Universal and everything like that on a budget? Now, the first thing that I want to say is I've seen so many really good YouTubers do videos like this, and the first thing that I did was headed straight to YouTube. I watched Brogan Tate. She was amazing at helping me plan this trip. Charlotte Ruff, amazing. Literally, I watch all those YouTubers, Tom and Sophie, So Helena and Martin, Jade Billington and Matt. I watch all they Disney videos and vlogs and things like that, so I got all of my info pretty much from using their videos. Yeah, so the first thing that I want to say is the details have changed to when we go, where we're going, things like that, and who we're travelling with from when I posted my announcement video. So when I posted that, obviously we just booked it. The thing is, I've done research for a lot of years on, I constantly have updates on my phone, which sounds so sad because I'm 19 and I do stuff like that. But yeah, I have constant updates on where's the cheapest, when's the cheapest time to go. I know the time that we've picked, by the way, is not the cheapest time to go. However, that's the only time we could fit it in. But there are so many cheap times to go. Obviously out of term time and definitely out of when there's not an event on. Anyway, so yeah, so we actually booked our trip for the 17th of June. We fly out on the 17th of June. We go for 2 weeks and we're still staying at the Clarion Inn, Lake Buena Vista. And the reason that I want to go into detail of why we booked that hotel, first off, is because it was close to everything. That was one of our main priorities, was that it was close to everything. We also really liked the Rosen Inn at Point Orlando, I think it was. Or I can't remember, but it was a Rosen Inn. We really loved that. And I've seen so many YouTubers stop in that, and they always say it's a really good hotel to stop in. However, you have to be 21 to stop in that hotel. And I'd done my research, so when we went to the travel agent and was looking, that was coming up as the cheapest option. However, I knew that you had to be 21, and when she did her checks on it, she was like, yeah, sorry, you do have to be 21 for that hotel. So unfortunately we couldn't stop in that one, so we are staying in the Clarion Inn, Lake Buena Vista, which looks just as amazing. It looks just as nice. Obviously it's not going to be the best hotel. It's a hotel that you sleep in. We're not going to use it for anything else other than that, because we are going to be at the parks every single day. So yeah, so that's the reason we booked that hotel. Another main reason is because we're not 21, we can't hire a car. I would never personally want to hire a car in Florida anyways. I do see the huge benefits from it, but I also see the parking costs. So we decided that we can't hire a car, and there's not going to be a physical way where we can just afford to get Ubers everywhere and things like that. And obviously I have been to Florida in the past, so I asked my mum about this, and she said get a hotel that does all the transport. So the hotel we're going to does transport to Universal, to Epcot Magic Kingdom, and I think that's it, just out of those two. But it goes to Epcot and Magic Kingdom, and it always goes to Epcot quite frequently throughout the day. It goes to SeaWorld as well. So from those main 3 parks we can get to the other parks. So going to Universal, we can get a bus to Busch Gardens, and we can get a bus to Volcano Bay, and same goes for SeaWorld, we can get a bus to Aquatica and Discovery Cove. So we are sorted. And in the Disney parks you can get internal buses as well, because obviously once you're there you just use the internal buses because you've paid for the park ticket. And the monorail and things like that. It's not hard to be able to use it. So yeah, we decided that that was the best option. It had good time variations for us, and I've heard really good Reliant services, and it also has a bus to take you to one of the Orlando outlets, which is good because we obviously want to go to that as well. So yeah, we looked into it and was like, that is going to be the best option. That is the best option for us. and it wasn't too badly priced. Now, when we booked our holiday, we are going in June, and we booked it at first with Hayes Travel. So they are a travel company that fly with Thomas Cook, but they work in partnership, and you can go in, you can book it through them and things like that. And they also have an online service. The online service isn't great, not going to lie. It's better to go in store for that. However, we then ended up cancelling with them. You lose your deposit, which was £50, but we actually went online to have a little bit of a research to look at different like options and things like that, and Thomas Cook themselves online actually worked out £100 cheaper per person. So even though we were only saving 50 quid, I wanted the, I don't know how to explain this, I wanted the security of knowing everything about my booking. If you book directly through Thomas Cook, you can see every little bit of your booking. It's all there. And I just preferred knowing that I'd booked directly through Thomas Cook rather than booking through Hayes Travel, who are in partnership. I don't know, I'm just personally like that. People probably aren't like that, and they just think, I'll leave it with Hayes Travel, it's £50, like it's not a big deal. So the total price of our holiday and flights with Thomas Cook, not with Hayes Travel, with Thomas Cook, came to, now obviously I'm not meant to go in detail about prices and things, but I want this to be as realistic as possible, so I want you guys to know roughly how much we paid. So our complete hotel and flights out there and transfers, this includes your luggage, your flights, your transfers from the airport out in Orlando to our hotel in Orlando and then back to the airport. So yeah, so it includes that, and in total it came to £1,516 together. That's how much it came together, and we added on the extra. We've got an in-flight meal as well as our luggage. We picked our seats, so that's extra. So we picked our seats so that we know we're sat next to each other, and we picked seats that have got a bit of extra leg room. We haven't directly picked the ones that say they've got extra leg room. Which is a good tip, I'm just going to throw it out there. We are sitting where the doors are. So we've picked those seats purposely because you get the extra leg room without having to pay for the extra leg room. And we've done that on the flight there and on the flight back. So you can do that right up until, I think it's a couple of days before you fly. You can constantly move your seats around and things. But obviously once you've paid for the extra, you can't, I don't think you can unpay for it. So once you've done it, I'd just leave them where they are. So that's what we did. We've decided where we're exactly sitting, and yeah, we accidentally got the extra leg room. So yeah, that's what we've done for that. That's who we're going with. We're staying in that hotel, and our flights really are in. The reason we booked in June is because Callum's got college right until then, and it just was convenient for me. Obviously now with my new job, not so convenient. It's meaning that I'm having to have 2 weeks off. Then obviously you have to go and you have to book your ESTAs and pay for your ESTAs and get checks. ESTAs is basically just an electronic service that does a background check on you, but it's a really deep like background check. So they're $14 each, which works out at about £10–11, which obviously isn't that expensive. And you apply for these online. Just a heads up, these don't notify you once they've done it. I didn't get any sort of indication or notification that this had been done. So I was panicking thinking, oh my gosh, like this hasn't come back to me. And I do think it says on the website that this isn't going to come back, you have to check. But I didn't know that, so I was just panicking. I went onto the website and it's there. You just have to check your application. It takes a couple of days, a couple of hours, whatever, and they check it. And you do have to have this to get into the UK, like in the USA. So you have to do that prior to when you go. Like I say, it's $14. You can pay just through your card. It doesn't charge you anything extra. It's just like £11 or something. So we did that. We've sorted those. Our ESTAs are done. We've also paid for our travel insurance. That's all done. I've just booked that externally. You can book that through your travel company, but I've done that separate because I don't really know. It just, obviously it's cheaper doing it through external companies. It's not even taken us a year. We booked this in August and we go in June. So it's not even taken us a full 12 months. So if you're ever thinking about doing this, honestly trust me, if you budget and do this right, you will be able to afford it. You might be skint for quite a few months, I'm not going to lie. However, I go out every weekend still. So I think I've covered how we're doing this, who we're going with, how we've booked it and how much it costs. Now I'm going to go into what parks we have chosen. So I personally wasn't too fussed on going to SeaWorld and things like that. I was just more bothered about the Disney and the Universal. However, Callum's never ever been to America, he's never been to Florida. So when we were discussing what parks we want to go to, Callum loves animals, so we discussed what we were going to do. We watched a lot of Disney vlogs, and Callum just really wanted to go to SeaWorld and experience everything that he could in this 2 weeks. So that's what we're doing. So we have booked for all of the 6 Walt Disney World parks, which is Typhoon Lagoon, Blizzard Beach, Epcot, Animal Kingdom, Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios. We've got those 6. We've also got the 3 Universal parks, which are Universal, Islands of Adventure and Volcano Bay. Then we've got SeaWorld, Aquatica and Busch Gardens and Discovery Cove. We have got a lot to fit in 2 weeks, I'm not going to lie. And obviously this has put the price up of our tickets by a hell of a lot. The tickets were coming around £600–700. However, because we want the dolphin swim, which we have got, and I'm scared, I'm not going to lie, but I'm so excited. I've never got a chance to do this because the last time I got asked if I wanted to do this and my mum paid for it, I sat on the edge and watched. So I didn't actually do it, and it's just like a once in a lifetime experience. So the company that we've actually booked our tickets with, which I 100% recommend, obviously I'm not sponsored by any of these that I'm telling you, but we booked it through Attraction Tickets Direct, which, if you don't know, are a company that sell tickets for all of Florida, everything to do with Florida that you could need, they do. So we decided to book through them because my mum was going to book through them when we went last time, and she ended up not doing that, but she said they looked like a really good company. And obviously if you guys watch like the YouTubers that I mentioned earlier, they all book their tickets through Attraction Tickets Direct, pretty much, like every single one of them, so I knew they were a good company to go with. The tickets altogether cost £975 each, so yeah, basically £1,000 for the tickets, so that was more than our flights and hotel. However, the experiences we're going to get out of that were just the thing that pushed them up, really. I'm just going to show you what the tickets came in. So when you order through Attraction Tickets Direct, you get a little wallet, and in here just came all of our tickets. So you get a little pouch, and in here we've got our Disney tickets and Universal tickets. We also paid extra for the Flex Ticket Protection, which means if they get lost, stolen or damaged, we can let them know and they will give us new ones, or I'm not really sure. I think they send new ones out, to be completely honest. I think it was like an extra £20 each, which, to be honest, that much money that you're spending on some tickets that are coming through the post, I think it's worth paying for. So you just get a little card like this for if they are, if you paid for the extra. And they have unlimited free date and time changes. So if you book these first, before your holiday, which I didn't know, I just booked our holiday first, then the tickets after, you can actually just change the dates wherever you like. So yeah, we also got 2 Disney gift cards, which you can actually spend in anywhere that's Disney. So like you can spend it on the cruises, Disneyland Paris, actual just Disney stores, and there's £25 each on here, so me and Callum have got £25 each. Yeah, so we've just got our tickets in there, and then we also just have, which you have to print off as soon as you fully purchase, because you can pay monthly, which is what we did. You download your tickets for Discovery Cove and SeaWorld and Busch Gardens and Aquatica, and they just get printed off, and then when you get there there's a barcode on them, they'll scan them, they'll give you your little ticket. So we've just got those, and they just come in a little wallet, which is perfect because I can just keep this with us. You also get included, which we found a massive bonus because we wanted it, like it was something that we definitely 100% wanted. We got the memory maker at Disney, which we definitely were 100% like, yes, we need that. So it's obviously, if you don't know, it's where you go and you can scan your card or scan your magic band, and you get every single photo that gets taken of you on your phone, which we just thought is just going to be a massive money saver. We also got $2 off drinks cards. We're probably not going to use these as much because we obviously can't drive about to places. However, we will be using a few Ubers here and there. Yeah, it's just a little bit of way of saving some money. And then you just get lots of other little bits in here. So you just get some bits about the different attractions, so SeaWorld and things. And then you also just get a little bit about Florida Mall. I feel like they're the best company to go with. Now, in terms of how we've been able to afford this, we have literally budgeted every month a certain amount and paid a certain amount off. We worked out if it was going to be doable right back in August. Just got to say as well, I've only ever been abroad once without like a parent. And I went on a school trip to Sweden, obviously you know about that because that happened last year. I've never done this, I've never booked a holiday, so me being a bit adventurous, booked Florida. And like, trust me, I have been booking this over and over and over without actually booking it for years, literal years. So I was quite okay with doing it, but obviously if you guys need any support, do like just comment or like DM me on Instagram or something, because I genuinely love doing it. We decided to do it the way we did it just because I've researched this a lot of times over the years and it just seemed better to do it this way. Obviously it doesn't suit everybody, and some people prefer to book straight through the Disney website, some people prefer to stay on site than off site. But obviously that's not what we're doing right now. We're not staying on site. Obviously the dining plan I think is extremely worth it, however we couldn't have it because we're not staying on site. So for things like reservations and things, we're obviously going to book our fast passes, but I can't book them as of yet. The only reason being is I can't book them because we only can book 30 days in advance rather than the 60 because we're not on site. However, I do recommend, like, you need this if you're going to Walt Disney World, the My Disney Experience app. So on here I have got all our plans so far. So we have one Disney dining reservation, that is it. Because we're doing this on a budget, we didn't want to do any reservations till we knew our budget. The only reason we have this one reservation now is because I knew that I wanted to eat here, and I don't know when my next trip's going to be to Disney, but I just really wanted to go. I wanted to go to Be Our Guest. When he saw it on people's vlogs, he was like Leah, we'll book it, we'll go and eat there. However, I looked at the menu and I don't like anything. So I was like, yeah, I want to eat there, but I don't like anything. So we actually are going for breakfast. They do lots of different things for breakfast. They do pastries and things, so I thought I will find something that I will like, and if not, Callum can eat and I will go and I'll have like little bits of his or something like that. We're not 100% sure yet, but we'll see. But yeah, so on our first day that we get there, I'm not going to run through our plans entirely, just because I do want that to keep, like, to be saved for the vlogs, kind of. But yeah, the first day that we get there, we are going to Magic Kingdom because that is just tradition, that is just what you do, or that's what I personally have done the last 2 times that I went. So the first day we get there, we're going to watch the opening show because that's just something that's been on our bucket lists. And then we're going to Be Our Guest to eat there for quick service for the breakfast. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. That's the only reservation that we've booked. Again, like I said, it's just money, and the breakfast option is the cheapest time to go to Be Our Guest. Obviously you've got to put into circumstances that you've got to pay tax on everything and tips. So even though something on the menu says $25 because that's how much breakfast is per person, you've then got to add on your tax and your tips. I'm 19, I don't have all the money in the world to be spending on going and eating it. Even though it's quick service, it's basically table service. You order your food, yeah, but then you go down, they bring it to you. So you're going to have to pay a tip, I'm sure. I'm not 100% on that though, but anywhere else you would have to pay tips and things. So we've only booked there for now. However, there are a couple of places that we want to eat on site and off site. We want to eat at Hard Rock Cafe that's at Universal. Which we've also got the Universal app, by the way. The Universal Florida app, apparently I've heard, isn't the greatest, because ride times are apparently not as accurate as they are meant to be. Yeah, we're just going to go on the day and see, push our luck really and see. And obviously we've got to know if we've got enough money left for when we go to Universal, if we've got enough money to be able to go and eat at Hard Rock Cafe. I really want Callum to also go to Rainforest Cafe because he's never been, he's never experienced it, and he loves animals, so I just think that's a great opportunity for him to see that because I love Rainforest Cafe. So yeah, so that is our trip. That is the that is our plan. We have a big Disney book that's got everything involved in it. Just want to say shout out to Callum because he drew all the pictures in it because we just went a bit OTT. I've done a big list on here of what we're going to pack. I've done our hand luggage, what needs to go in there. And then I have literally just done a plan of every single day that we're going to be on a holiday for. We've booked our taxis to the airport with airline connections, which you'll have heard them on the radio more than likely. That's where I heard them. They were the cheapest that I could actually find. I went on there just because it was something that was in my head, and I was like, oh yeah, let's look on there. They actually were the cheapest, so they're charging us £184 for our taxi there and back. There's been many options of, are we going to drive, are we not going to drive? And because we're on a budget, we decided that yes, driving there would be a hell of a lot cheaper. However, I did not want to do that. And Callum can't drive his car there because he has a black box. And he can't leave it there for 2 weeks or his score will just literally be down the drain. Yeah, we just thought like there's not much point because Callum's going to be extremely tired when we get back. I'm going to be extremely tired. I don't want to drive home all the way from Manchester at like 7 o'clock in the morning. Like, that's not what I want to do after a full day of travelling. I know I've been on that flight before on the way home. I don't sleep well on flights at all, and obviously Callum's never been on a long haul flight like that, so he's not going to know if he's going to be too tired. And we just thought for this trip, it's just easier to get a taxi.
Hi everybody, it's Oliver. I'm back.
May as well have your own channel. Right, so sorry about that. Oliver just likes to make an appearance in every video now. But yeah, so that is pretty much everything that I think I need to include in this video, and like, I'm so excited. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. There are going to be plenty more Florida videos, and obviously I'm going to be vlogging all of our trip. So I really hope you did enjoy this video. Please smash a big thumbs up if you did. Subscribe down below for more Florida videos and things like that if you want to. But yeah, really hope you did enjoy, and I will see you very soon with a brand new video. Bye.